Alright, there we go. We're gonna try this again. I do apologize. Love light prosperity to each and every one of you. Alright, Madam Divine here with another collective energy. I'm gonna give it some time for people to tune into the collective. If you are here, make sure to say hello. Drop your name in the comments section. All right, my guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. All right, I am live streaming on all platforms. I am on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. No face this morning. Early. Already down YouTube. Hey, how are you? Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if the mic is okay on YouTube as well, please. Or Facebook, or if you guys can let me know in the comments. I want to make sure that the visuals and the audios are good for the rest of the collective, okay? All right, perfect. TikTok says we're good. I'm gonna give it some time for people to join. But in the meantime, if you guys would like to say hello, tap in down below, drop your name and zodiac in the comments. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna do collective. Hello. Gina, can you hear me okay? Does my sound okay on Instagram? Let me know. Liz, Virgo, welcome in. Sounds good. Perfect. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. How are you doing? If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you guys smash that like. All right, and subscribe to the Soul Tribe. All right, it is free to join. All right. If you're on TikTok, make sure you guys are following. All right, beware of scammers. I will never contact you. That is not me reaching out to you. I'm from Libra as a community people. If this is your first time catching me, welcome. My name is Madam Divine. Good morning to you. My name is Madam Divine. I'm an intuitive psychic medium, so I do have the gifts to channel those who have crossed over. I am also a Reiki practitioner, so I do distant healing. If anybody is interested in that, you guys can send me a DM on Instagram. I'm also an intentional jewelry maker. I make face beads. You want that? Just send me a message, okay? All of my information is listed in my Linktree, my bio. And I'm also a poet, right? So I speak on true matters of the heart. So if that's something that interests you, definitely make sure to join, okay? It is free to show support. Um, if you've been here for a long time, welcome back. And if it's your first time, go ahead and drop a rose in the chat, okay? Drop a rose in the chat if this is your first time catching me, whether it's on the FYP, whether it's through a share, however I came across your page, okay? Go ahead and drop a rose if this is your first time catching me, and if you're going to drop a sunflower in the chat. Alright, we're gonna give it some time. Welcome in, my dear. I'm so happy that you were able to catch me. Alright, welcome in. I see lots of roses, so I love that new energy. Alright, big Sagittarius energy here. What else? Who do we have in the chat? What zodiacs do we have in the chat? Tap in. This is an interactive chat, okay? So I know a lot of you guys have questions, but I'm here as a spiritual advisor. Alright, if you would like to tune in to the frequency, I will be doing a collective energy. Collective energy is just a draw of what is going on uh, with the collective, right? We have a new moon in Sagittarius that is today, right? So lots of new changes coming in, and I definitely want to tap into that energy. So if you guys would, make sure you're following. Go ahead and share the live. If you would tap the screen and show some support. And then after the fact, I will open up my list. Okay, my Linktree is listed in my bio. Payment forms are Apple Pay, Venmo, Chime, and PayPal. Okay, Miss Virgo, welcome right there. I will be doing prayer, right? Just to go ahead and make sure that we are in flow and alignment. I want to make sure that I am connected with the divine. And then from there, we will tap into collective. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm not going to use my bell because it's extremely early, but I do have other things to cleanse and protect right now. So, with that being said, we will go ahead and open up in prayer. If you guys would like to join, all you have to do is just bow and give reverence and whatever it is that you want to bring or pull from this collective energy, just make sure you put your energy forward, okay? Now, I'm big on reciprocity, all right? It takes a lot of energy to show up every day and do these live videos, okay? So the only thing that I ask is for you to interact. And by interact, I mean by tapping, by commenting, by following, showing support, right? I give as much energy as y'all give to me. If you guys aren't giving me energy, I'm gonna cut it short. All right. I have other collectives. Right? It's not just TikTok. I have four other collectives that I am talking to right now. So please be mindful of the energy. I and if you're here to siphon my energy, please move on. Okay. I'm here to help as an empath, as a healer for everyone to tap into their higher self, grow and evolve, heal, and all those good jazz. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and tap into prayer. There's a little welcome to join. And let's go. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal. Amén. Ave María, Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre, Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora y en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, al Hijo y al Espíritu Santo, como era en el principio, ahora y siempre, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén, amén, amén. God of all everything things, first times, Christianity, that you are aligning me with the collective once again. I ask at this time that you use me as your vessel to channel the messages from the divine spirit with love and healing and clarity, and to bring truth to those who are lost in their path. God, I ask that you clear my energy as I now tap into collective energy. Whatever needs to come about, Spirit, use me to be that beacon of light for those who need it at this time. I ask that I tap into the Akashic records for divine truth and wisdom. And ascended masters allow me to tap in freely into all truths and knowledge. At this time, I call upon my higher self, higher power, the angels of divine white light that cover and protect me and guard me at this time to shield me. Archangel Michael, I call upon your divine protection, your divine essence at this time. I ask that you please cover me from my crown all the way down to my feet. I now tap into the spiritual realm. And I ask that you extend this protection over to my viewers wherever they may be watching from. May you align me with those who need messages from spirit, as my messages are timeless, whether it's through FYP, through a random share, or just me popping up on their energy spirit. Use me as that I call upon divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. I call upon my santos, my enemies, my muertos, la gitana que me acompaña, los indios que me rodean, my son Green, my grandmother Emilia, my best friend Sierra. We now tap into the spiritual realm. We ask for divine guidance at this time. We give all things in gratitude. Thank you for allowing me to wake up and see the day, allow me to come forward with the strength and dignity for my collective at this time. Give me the strength, and I ask that you watch over each and every one of them, whether they're traveling or at home, whatever they may be, Spirit. May their mind and their heart be in the receptive energy to receive the message for today. Amen, amen, amen. 5:15 on the East Coast. Okay, 5:15, December 19th. Like I was making to each and every one of you, we're going to tap into collective energy. If you guys are ready, go ahead and drop us some love in the chat room. Already sunflower in the chat if you are ready to receive your collective message. If you are new here, my name is Madam Divine. I am an intuitive psychic medium, so if that's something that you would like to book with me, you guys can send me a DM directly at unforgettable_ENT. That is my handle on all of my platforms, but primarily on Instagram. That is where you can connect with me, okay? Beware of scammers. There's a bunch of fake pages, okay? It is not me. I will not contact you. I don't have time to be reaching out to people, okay? You guys can hit me up if you are looking for me, alright? So let's tune into the frequency. Again, all I ask is that you show support by tapping the screen, sharing the live, and if it's something that resonates with you, don't be shy. Alright, this is a safe space where we can open up and speak in dialogue. You know, some people crying here, some people laughing here, some people align with new energy that is just healing and therapeutic. Okay, that's the type of tribe that we have built here. So if you felt lost, confused, just need some sort of guidance, welcome in. Okay, let's not be on no bullshit. All right, we rebuke that energy. We call in all good energy at this time, okay? So, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Divine Truth, Divine Wisdom, Divine Counsel. What is the energy for this collective, please? What is the energy for the collective that I'm picking up right now? All right, let's tap in. Okay, so we have some stagnation here. All right, we have some stagnation here. We also have procrastination. Okay, some indecisiveness. There's some sort of forward movement that you're wanting to do collective, but for whatever reason, you're stalling the process. For whatever reason, you're stalling your own progress. I feel like you are in your own way. I'm hearing that loud and clear. All right. Spirit on me, someone um, who has had a lot emotional, okay? But what you've been dealing with emotionally, you've been repressing. You've been holding back. You have yet to release. I feel like a lot of you are storing in or keeping in a lot of things that no longer align with your spirit. Okay, it doesn't align with your spirit. But for whatever reason, you're still holding on to that resentment. You're holding on to what what didn't unfold for you. Okay, and I'm seeing that there's a need for, I don't know if some of you guys have been thinking about travel, something about travel here, something about moving forward, right? Something about planning ahead or trying to see something, right? It's like you see something, but for whatever reason, it just seems so far and distant. It doesn't matter how close you get to it. It's like it just seems like it's far fetched, is what I'm hearing. All right. Some of you guys are overdue for a vacation. Some of you are overdue for some sort of relaxation. Okay, because I'm definitely sensing um, a very heavy presence of just exhaustion. All right, and this is not me, right? Because I removed my energy. But I definitely sense extreme exhaustion here. And it could be because the holidays too, right? The holidays really amp up, right? that it's like you're having trouble keeping up with your everyday tasks, right? It's like you're like, damn, I'm really tired. Like I don't know how much more energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm exhausted. Um, mentally, mentally exhausted. I'm getting that heavy, okay? Because I'm getting like heavy brain fog as well. Um, some of you guys could be suffering from severe headaches, okay? Because I'm sensing tension around the crown. Some of you aren't drinking enough of your fluids, right? You're not giving yourself in your self care, right? Your bare essentials. Give yourself some grace, collective. Okay, yes, it is the holiday season. There's a lot going on right now, but give yourself some grace. Okay, I feel like I need to lower this one. Hopefully, I'm not yelling. Um, let's pick up on the energy sphere. The energy for this collective piece. Yeah, blossoming abundance. We have the number 3 here. All right. So blossoming abundance. Okay, I really like this for you, collective. I know that you're tired, you're exhausted, and I apologize if it looks terrible. I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting right now, YouTube. So there's some sort of blur effect on. I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's blurred out, but for a lot of you, your blessings are literally here. Okay, whatever it is that you've been manifesting, whatever it is that you've been calling for, um, whatever it is that you have been desiring, right? It's like like you know how they say light at the end of the tunnel. I don't even want to say the light is at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you're literally staring at the light, but the light is so bright that it's like you forget what you're staring at, right? You forget that you're staring at the light. So it's like your blessings are literally shining right in front of you, but you can't physically see it, right? Because you're so consumed with everything else on the exterior that you're not able to see the blessings that are standing right in front of you. All right. If this message is resonating, put a number 1 in the chat. If this message is resonating, thank you for the heart me. Put a number 1 in the chat, okay? Um, whatever it is that you've been indecisive about, okay, collective, whatever it is that you've been indecisive about, there's a need for you to really be open and receptive to what the possibilities are. I'm hearing that there's a need for you to be open minded. Okay. There's a need for you to be open minded. There are many blessings here that you're not even aware of. Okay. There's a lot of blessings here that you're not even aware of. And I feel like you're just stressing everything outside of your control. And Spirit wants to remind you, you only have control of yourself. Whatever is outside of you, don't let that don't let that disturb your peace. Because I feel like you guys, this collective gets flustered very easily. Because I'm hearing, don't cry over spilled milk, right? It's that old saying, right? Like, don't cry over spilled milk. So it's okay. Reflect on what is going on in your life, all right? Reflect on what's going on in your life and allow it to pass. Reflect what's going on in your life and allow it to pass. Okay? If you're in the comment section and this is something that's resonating with you, I want you to comment this too pass. Okay? This too shall pass. Comment it down below. Go ahead and put another insight real quick. Stop. This too shall pass. Okay, if this is resonating with you, comment down below. This too shall pass. Look, victory, victory. I didn't even shuffle that much, and we have victory here. All right, collective. So listen, you've already won. You've already won. So stop stressing yourself out, okay, collective? Things may not appear as they seem, right? But it's way more than what you can see. It's way more that meets the eye, is what I'm hearing. Okay. There and I see lots of yellow, lots of abundance here, collective. Lots of abundance. I'm trying to get it in the frame where it'll focus. I'm not sure what's going on with this. Okay, you can see the hues of yellow in here, okay? I'm hearing for those with finances, okay, those who've been doing their finances, all right, let it to God, let it be to God, okay, because you are somebody who's very abundant. You are someone who is very, very abundant, collective, okay. It's like abundance just finds you, so you don't even have to do much. It's just like opportunities literally find you, right? People, good people, just find you. Um, so what are you stressing about? What are you stressing about if opportunities are finding you? You're a very victorious, very successful person. Why are you letting things get you all off off key, off note? Look, angel of love. You are surrounded by so much love and support at this time. Okay? You are surrounded by so much love and support. You are surrounded by your angels. You are surrounded by loved ones, okay, partnerships, friendships. You are surrounded by a major support system, okay? You are surrounded by angels of love. Love is literally all around you. That's why I say, like, it's like you're somebody that literally naturally you attract. You naturally attract, right? You naturally attract this energy towards you. So again, what are you getting your panties all on the wad for? What are you getting your boxers all bunched up for? You know what I'm saying? Like your people find you, right? And I'm hearing like some of you guys may come into like a scenario where you're at the grocery store, right? All of a sudden it's like somebody wants to pay it forward, right? Somebody wants to pay it forward. Or, you're at your favorite coffee shop. Again, I apologize about the audio. I don't know why it's trying so hard to focus right now. Um, but if you guys can hear me, um, I don't know. I might turn off the camera and then turn it back on. I'm not sure what's going on, but I do apologize, you guys. Um, let's see. Wait, yeah, I don't know what this blurred effect is. It's so annoying. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, I'm definitely picking up that you guys are really surrounded by love. Yes, I'm also on YouTube and on Facebook, and my mic is connected there. So I know that you can hear me, but it's the visuals that I don't know for whatever reason it's like trying to focus and it has like a blurred effect, and I don't know how it got on there. But I'm already, as long as you guys can hear the message, that's what we're going to apply it to. And the reason why I post on YouTube is for anybody who wants to run it back. You guys can go onto my YouTube channel, okay, and you can run the collective energy. Typically, I do my best to keep up with the timestamps. So if you have to leave for whatever reason, I know a lot of people either fall asleep and they're like, dang, that collective was really good. Well, guess what? You can run it back on YouTube, okay, whenever you want. The link is in my bio, so just make sure you guys check it out, okay? But yeah, you're surrounded by support. You're surrounded by love. You're surrounded by people who want to see you thrive, who want to see you be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like people who actually give a fuck, okay, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like that's exactly where you're falling into alignment. You're literally falling into alignment with the right people. I feel like a lot of you, that's been like a big prayer for you, right? Like God, teach me discernment. God, please put the right people in my path. Take away who isn't for me. Show me who is real, who isn't. Release me is what I'm hearing. Release me, release me, release me. Because it's a heavy energy. Some people can be very heavy. Some people can drain your energy. But because they've been a part of your journey for so long, you put up with it. And I definitely don't feel like that's necessary. You've evolved, you've grown, and there's a need for you to kind of follow suit in that action. If the people that aren't growing with you, right, if they're not growing with, then leave them where they're at. They can only get mad at themselves, right? But in most cases, what ends up happening is that they end up envying you because they wish that that was them, right? Um, but that's life. That's life. Collective. Let's clarify some situations for this collective. Right? So it says right track. You're on the right track, collective. Okay. It says you are going in the right direction, so just keep moving forward. All right. And that was the first thing that I said in the beginning of the collective, right? Some of you guys have been indecisive about some sort of movement, some sort of change. Some of you guys, I'm seeing move. Some of you guys are moving to a different location. Okay, I'm seeing relocation for some of you. Some of it's big. Okay, big moves like across the country, um, across like miles and miles away. Like I'm hearing like very far. Okay, very far, very distant. But Spirit is saying that this is in alignment with you. All right, so don't fear the change. If you're scared that, oh my God, I'm going to be in a whole new territory, I don't know how it's going to be. Well, guess what, beloved? You're meant to be there. There are opportunities that you're meant to come across, right? There are opportunities that are meant to find you, and there's a need for you to switch location for them to be able to find you. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Um, I don't know what you're saying, love, but I'm gonna continue with my message. All right. So, collective, you're on the right track. All right, you're on the right track. Cloud of unknowing. You see what I'm saying? I can't beat this up. Cloud of unknowing. It says, float on the clouds of the unknown, surrender to the mystery, and embrace the sacred within. See what I'm saying, collective? The unknown be freaking people out. Who's scared of the unknown? I mean, I'm gonna include myself too. Because the unknown can be a very scary place, right? You guys get so comfortable with what you're familiar with, right? But you can't expect any change in outcome if you're doing the same thing, right? So sometimes there's a need for you to really step into the energy of the unknown, right? To see what's out there, right? Like test the waters, right? Who's willing to test the waters? Who's willing to test the waters? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Let me know. Who is willing and ready, willing and able to test the waters? If that is you, put some water in the motherfucking chat, okay? Put some water, and I mean flood it with some water, okay? If you are ready to test the unknown and test the waters, put some water in the chat. Whatever that looks like to you, okay? Whatever emoji that looks like to you, pour that water and let it the fuck flow, okay? Let it flow. Let it flow, okay? Embrace the unknown, all right? Sometimes there's blessings in mystery, right? And that's the thing. Everybody, right? Everybody wants new, right? Everybody wants new energy, right? But people don't realize what it takes to embrace, right? In order to thrive, you must adapt to change. You can't thrive in the same element over and over again, right? It probably worked for you maybe 3 years, 5 years, but the techniques have changed. So therefore, you must evolve. You must grow. You must change, right? And I feel like that's a message for anybody. Okay, yes, change is inevitable. You're gonna be up some days and you're gonna be down some days, right? But that doesn't mean that you stop. Your dreams don't stop. You stay consistent. It says peaks reached. Celebrate your achievements. Listen to me. Sid. It says celebrate your achievements and savor the triumph of your ascent. For you've climbed high and earned your view. Okay? You hear that? Do y'all hear that? A lot of you guys are overachievers. A lot of you are overachievers. And because you're an overachiever, you tend to say what the next is. You tend to fixate on what the next task is. And it's like you're not giving yourself, you haven't even tapped yourself on the shoulder or rewarded yourself for the hard work and efforts that you've put in thus far. You're already thinking about motion. What's the next goal? What's the next plan? You know what I'm saying? Savor the moment. Savor the moment, right? Look at how far you've come, little or small. I mean, little, or small, little, big. However that achievement looks like to you, okay? However that looks like to you. I don't know who this is. We're gonna remove that. There we go. So it's time that you guys give yourself grace for where you've managed to be at this time. Okay. I know for some of you, just getting up is a day. It's a daily task for anybody, right? But just getting up for some of you is very difficult. Very, very difficult. For some of you, when it comes to, you know, showing up for your classes, because I'm seeing school, right? I'm seeing school. It takes a lot for somebody to wake up and put the effort into learning something, right? You could be a couch potato for all I care, right? But you're putting your effort, your energy into something that's going to be conducive and lucrative to you, all right? So please, collective, be kind to yourself, okay? Reward yourself, big or small, whatever achievements that you have literally come across, okay? Whatever those achievement looks like to you, um, bask in it, all right? And don't just do it for 30 seconds, like, oh yeah, I did that. Nah, I'm hearing a lot of y'all broke generational curses. A lot of you guys are first generation, right? A lot of you were the first ones to graduate from high school. A lot of you are the first ones to have a college degree. A lot of you guys are the first ones to own their own business and work for themselves. A lot of you are breaking out of the normal norms of society, right? And not saying that there is a specific way that one needs to live, right? But it takes it takes courage, right, to step outside the regular box. It takes courage to do something other people may not want to go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? It takes, like, for instance, right, me, it takes courage, right, to speak on a platform, right, as big as mine. It takes courage every day to show up, right, because I am also human. I'm also human, right? So I go through certain things, and there are days that I may not want to show up. but I show up, right? Did I want to wake up, after my power nap and do a live? Not really. But am I glad that I showed up? Hell yeah. Because I'm connected with new people that probably would have never caught me had I not been on. You get what I'm saying? So that's an achievement. That's an achievement because I showed up even when I didn't want to. I could have been in the bed sleeping. But I know, especially me being a healer, right? A lot of people are really in their head, especially at night, right? Healers are heavy overthinkers. And sometimes you just need somebody to bring some sort of clarity in. And this is why I come on as late as I do, right? Because I connect with all types of people at this time. I can come on noon, right? But that's not the collective that I'm trying to hit right now. Right now, I'm trying to hit those that are up right now, that are overthinking, overanalyzing, right? Something that is just so simple. Literally, something so simple, something so minuscule, right? But to you, you overdo it, and I know exactly. I'm talking to people. All right, I know I'm talking to people. If this message is resonating, put a number one in the chat. All right, if this message is resonating, put a number one in the chat. Let's get a message from the ancestors. Message from our guides, our ancestors. All right, it's 5:41 here, and I got up at 3:30. I want to say. All right, message from our ancestors. Yeah, we're on the same time zone. Look at the ancestors got a lot to say. All right, spirit. 2:40. Got a lot of West Coast people. Usually, I get a lot of West Coast around this time. Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Ignite your passion. Listen, you are the spark. You are the flame. Okay, you are on fire, and it's not by coincidence that we are moving into um, the fire horse for Chinese astrology. Okay, for 2026, we're moving from the snake. Okay, this was a snake year. We're moving from a snake to a fire horse. So it's forward movement, taking action. Okay, we ain't sleeping on opportunities. All right, you are the fire. You are ignited. Do not let that fire burn out. All right. And what I mean by do not let your fire burn out is do not allow people to consume your energy, right? To the point where you don't have a spark, right? You don't have a spark because that's what typically happens. People tend to come in and absorb all the good energy that you have and then leave you dry once they got what they got. Those are energy vampires. So spirit is saying draw yourself away from it, okay? Turn yourself clear from energy vampires. Savor your energy for yourself. That's your life vital force. Keep it to yourself. All right. And with the passion that you have, build something, create something, whatever that may look like to you, collective. Whatever that may look like to you, collective. Let's see money. Let's see money. Money, 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 money. Because I saw lots of money in the beginning of this collective. Okay. Let's see. Take off. I can't make this up. Take off, collective. All right, spirit is like, yo, we need to wake up. It's time that you wake up. All right, collective. Spirit is like, yo, uh, you've been sleeping. You've been sleeping too much. You've been dozing off. Like, what are you doing? It's time for you to take off. Motion. I keep hearing motion, motion, motion. All right, things will take off much sooner than you expected. So just keep showing up. Okay? Keep showing up. Even if it's 30 minutes to an hour, give yourself at least 60 minutes, okay? 60 minutes out of the day, give it to your, all right? Use those 60 minutes to do something that's going to be conducive to your growth, right? Listen to a podcast, read a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop doom scrolling because I'm seeing lots of doom scrolling, lots and lots of doom scrolling. All right, let's be more proactive with our time and our energy. All right, let's put our focus into things that are going to help us evolve. All right, if you're tired of being on the bench, then I'm gonna need you to take off. Spirit is saying, take off. You have everything you need to be successful. You are everything that you need to be successful. You are the resource. Okay, you are the resource. Okay, I'm telling you, you're about to take off collectively, but y'all gotta trust in yourselves. All right. I'm gonna do one more for the collective, and then I'm gonna open up the list. If you would like to join, it is a $15 minimum for a spirit-led reading. All right, 15 minimum for a spirit-led reading. To go more in depth, there are other readings listed in my bio. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the life lesson. Girl, what? If you guys want to tap in on a reading, drop a sunflower in the chat so I can direct you where to send payment, okay? Let's get a life lesson from this collective. Let's get a life lesson from this collective. Okay, it says people will find a way to project onto you their fears and their limited beliefs. Build a shield against this noise. Protect your energy. Uh, uh, Basically, what I was saying, just confirmation, I'm going to say it one more time so everybody can hear me. Okay, I'm going to say it louder for the people in the back. It says, people will find a way to project onto you their fears and their limited beliefs. Build a shield against this noise. Protect your energy. All right. And then the next one that follows, it says, create healthy boundaries that align with yourself. Mm. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So Spirit is saying, listen, people will feel however they want to feel, and they will always put that on you, but they ain't got nothing to do with you. So there, you need to really protect your energy and protect your boundaries, right? And make sure that your boundaries align with your self worth. Okay, loud and clear. I feel like Spirit is talking loud and clear. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and drop a sunflower in the chat. All right, I'm gonna release the collective energy. Thank you, Spirit, so much for aligning me with the messages from the divine. I call upon divine energy as I now pull back my power. I release the collective energy. I pray that the message gets to who needs them at this time. Thank you, Spirit, for the message. We give you thanks and gratitude. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Would it be? All right, collective. That is the collective energy for today. I'm going to go ahead and open up the list. All right. So if you would like to join the list, it is a $15 minimum donation. Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, and Chime are my payment forms. If you would like to join the list, let me know down below. Put a sunflower in the chat for me, and I will direct you on where to send your payment. Okay. Tiny bird. I feel like that's your name. I have Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, and Chime. Let me know which one you have and what type of reading. If you want to do a spirit led, that is 15, or if you have a question that you would like more in depth, like clarity on, I got you on that. It's 15. If you want to go for a full reading, I tap in on everything, career, I tap in on love, I tap in on your higher self, I tap into your shadow self, I tap into your ancestors, I tap into the current energy, whatever advice comes. That is 60. All right. So if that's something that you're interested, just let me know if you want to do 15 or 16. All right. Chime, Apple Pay, PayPal, Venmo are my payment options. Let me know down below, and I'll get you on the list. Okay. Venmo. Okay. I'm gonna do a full reading. There you go, Mama. That's my Venmo. I'm gonna go ahead and get the decks ready for you while you're doing that, and I'll confirm payment on my other phone. If anybody else would like to join the list, all right, the list is open. Okay, no problems. I got you. I got you. I got you, Lindsay. Lindsay, drop your zodiac in the chat for me, Mama. Thank you so much for your donation, Lindsay. Okay, Mama. Thank you so much for your donation. May God and the angels multiply that 10 times for you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and tap into your energy. Let me get my decks ready for you. I'm also going to pull some dice. I feel like this is my first time. I don't think I've ever tapped into your energy before, but I do feel called to pull some dice for you, and I'll explain how the dice work. But let me just go ahead and get the rest of my decks out, okay? No, we knew. Okay, I figured. I was like, yeah, I don't think I've. You seem like somebody that's new. So thank you for trusting me, especially with a full reading. I know TikTok can be a bit sketchy with people, but that's why I always say my prayers, right? So that God can align me with the right people. Because there are a lot of scammers. You know what I'm saying? And I will also give you your timestamp if you want to run it back on YouTube. I know some people like screen record and stuff, but if you don't want to, like, you can always go on YouTube and run it back. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, okay? Are you in a connection? Are you currently in a connection or are you single? Because I'm still gonna tap into love energy, right? Whether you're in a relationship, connection, or single, new connection. If you want to tap into that new connection, you could drop that person's name. Okay, if you want to tap into that person's connection, just drop their name in the chat. Ryan. Do you know Ryan's zodiac by chance? If not, it's okay. No worries. Pisces. Now, at the end of your reading, I will also give you a to know question if you would like to kind of think about that. At the end, I will have you ask your question and I'll get you clarity. Okay. So I'm going to tap in. Let me write down Ryan's name before I forget. Okay, Mama. Let's tap into your energy. So we have the all right. The yogic path is to tap into your a message from your higher. Okay. Sometimes we just need to from our higher self and what is expected or where we're at currently in our journey. I'm also going to tap into your spirit guides and your ancestors. Whatever messages they have for you, I'll tap into that. I'm going to tap in on singles and relationship decks in regards to your love life. All right, whatever blockages you may be having in the current energy will come up in this deck. I'm also going to tap into your shadow self. Okay, whatever shadow work you still, oh, whatever triggers are still coming up for you, I will bring it up to the surface. Now, at the end of the day, you can bring the horse to the water, right? But you can't make the horse drink. So I can tell you all everything, right? But it's solely up to you what you do with the information. Okay, I'm just here to bring clarity and truth to you, different perspective. I'm also going to tap in on career and money. And then I also have the tarot as well, just for any other clarification or general energy that is coming up that you need to be aware of. And last but not least, I have the dice, and the dice will give me certain, it'll pinpoint certain time frames for you, certain people, things that you need to be made aware of. Okay, that will come up in the dice. All right, August is coming up prominent for you. The month of August could have been this past August or actually August coming up, but August is definitely coming to me heavy right now. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and tap in. I'm gonna go ahead and do your call to prayer. All right, 5515 is your time stamp, okay? 5515. 5515 is your time stamp, okay? Now, the only thing I ask Lindsay, make sure that you're open, okay? Hello, welcome in, my love. I am currently in a live paid reading for. You're more than welcome to stick around just to see how my energy is. If that's something that you would like to do, you can also join the list. All right, the list is wide open. I do not have anybody else after Lindsay. So if anybody wants to join, Linktree is in the bio. All of my information is there. Okay. Lindsay, please make sure that your arms are open and your feet, okay, and your feet are not crossed. Okay. That way it's easy for me to tap into your energy. As a Reiki practitioner, I can also sense things in your feet. So I need full access. And don't panic or anything like that. I'm careful with your energy, and your energy is very precious, but if there are certain things that I can sense, I'm going to let you know. Okay? So if you're ready, go ahead and drop a sunflower in the chat. We'll go ahead and commence with prayer, and then we'll tap into your reading. Okay? Perfect. Let me go ahead and get this incense going. All right, Lindsay, let's tap into your energy. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. And again, I do apologize if the YouTube video is a bit weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but I will figure that out once I'm off the Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestras ofensas, como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación, líbranos del mal. Amén. Ave María, Dios te salve María, llena de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres, bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, al Hijo, al Espíritu Santo, como era en el principio, ahora y siempre, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén. 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 God above all, I give you thanks for this time, space, and energy that you're aligning me with Lindsay, Gemini, Taurus, cusp. At this time, I ask that you please remove my energy as I now tap into to her divine frequency. I call upon higher self, higher power. I call upon Lindsay's higher self at this time so that we can direct her on her path. Whatever it is that she needs to know, whatever needs to be brought up to surface, use me as the beacon of light to bring truth and clarity onto her. I call upon the Ascended Masters to tap into the Akashic Records for divine truth, wisdom, and counsel at this time to advise Lindsay in her current life. I call upon um, I call upon Archangel Michael for your protection at this time. I ask that you cover and shield me from my crown all the way down to my feet and extend that protection over to Lindsay wherever she may be. We block out all negativity, all negative energy. We rebuke that energy. We rebuke all evil eye, anything bad, evil spoken, any destructions or delays. We rebuke that energy. As we now tap in for Lindsay, whatever it is that needs to be brought up, I call upon her divine ancestors and her spirit guides to come forward at this time and bring forward whatever it is that she needs to know and be made aware of. We give all things in gratitude. Thank you for aligning me with Lindsay at this time. May the messages align with her heart and her mind. Ashe, 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 motivate. Sorry, I had to do a puzzle. I'm gonna go with your dice first. All right. Whatever comes up in the dice, I'm gonna go ahead and explain just kind of like an overview blueprint, and then from there we'll go into your reading. Okay. All right, Lindsay. All right, so I see Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius energy. I see Virgo energy, and I see Scorpio. All right, so Sagittarius, Virgo, and Scorpio are the energies that I see. So um, these could be your placements. These could be people in your energy. All right, I'm gonna say that one more time: Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Virgo. Um, I feel like I feel like for you, what I'm hearing big is all good things come in threes. All right. So three can be significant. The number three can be significant here for you, but all good things come in three. The way that I see all these signs, it's basically like a triangle. So here's one, here's another one, and then here's the other one right here. All right. I know you can't really see it over there, but on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. It's like a trine. It gives me like a trine. All right. So something about three. I don't know if triple goddess means anything to you, right? Triple goddess. But that's coming to me either Celtic as well. Celtic as well. Celtic culture. I don't know. That could be something that you're in flow or in alignment with. Um, I'm getting that April, May, and June. All right, heavy spring, that 3 month. Okay, again, the number three. April, May, and June are going to be prominent months for you. Okay, April, May, and June are going to be prominent months for you. Um, okay, here we go. We have Neptune, we have Mercury, and we also have Saturn. So I feel like communication for you can be a little bit drastic. And if you think about the letter C is the third letter in the alphabet. Again, the number three. Something about the number three, bro. Right? Something about the number three. I'm feeling like 3 weeks too. In 3 weeks. Something about 3 weeks. All right. We'll get more into that as I go into your reading. But the number three is coming up heavy in your reading. All right. Communication could be some sort of struggle, or there could be some sort of struggle coming up with communication. Could be some sort of disagreement, or you probably not being in alignment with somebody, or your beliefs or thoughts aren't in alignment. Like there's some sort of shift. Okay, shift in energy. I feel it happen. Um, Your lucky numbers, okay, your lucky numbers are 1, 3, and 6. 1, 3, and 6 are your lucky numbers. Okay, so I don't know if you play numbers, okay, or you've just been seeing these numbers, but anytime you see these numbers, especially in like synchronicities and how frequent they are, know that your angels are literally right there. Okay, they're sending you subtle messages to remind you, like, hey, we're here. Okay, because I feel like sometimes you tend to question that sometimes, like, do they really hear me, or am I talking to myself? Am I going through all this by myself? I'm hearing that heavy. Okay, so anytime you see those numbers pop up, know that that's your angels and your guides just reminding you that they're around and they hear you and that you're not alone. Okay, let's tap into your reading now. We're gonna get a message from your higher self. Okay, Message spirit for Lindsay. For Lindsay, Lindsay's higher self. What is the message for Lindsay? Thank you, spirit. Lalita Tripura Sundari. Definitely giving me heavy divine feminine energy. All right, heavy divine feminine energy. I feel like this is the goddess of love, deity. Give me 1 second, and I will clarify it for you. Okay. Lalita. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna show you the imagery. I'm gonna show it on YouTube first, and then I'll show it to you here. Okay. I wish I could focus. Anyways, here we go. So, Lalita is the goddess of erotic spirituality. All right. So, listen to your higher self. This is a message from your higher self. It says, move towards that which makes you feel sensual, awake, and alive. In our society, we've been taught to repress our divine feminine nature in order to be taken seriously. However, by doing so, we are only operating as half of a whole. Lalita has come to remind you of your inner tantrika energy that oozes with erotic Shakti life force. It's time to merge your spiritual self with your sexual self, as the two are intrinsically related. Enjoy all things with sensuality, food, conversation, self care, movement. Follow what feels good, not what makes sense. To a patriarchal system. Bring in all aspects of yourself to the table and watch your life blossom. Okay? So, there's a need for you to really tap into your sacral, your sexual energy, because your sexual energy is the same as your spiritual energy. And like I said, this is my first time tapping into your energy, so I don't know what your spiritual energy is, but I can definitely, with this card, it definitely tells me that you're really heightened up there. Your senses are heightened. You could be an empath. I feel like you feel energy. You surround yourself with energy, but don't consume yourself. Like protect your energy. Okay. Yes, queen. My sexuality has been super awakened suddenly. It was so dormant for so long. Tap into that energy, okay? Because that sexual energy, like you said, dormant, that sexual energy is great creative life force. So make sure you're tapping into that energy because there's so much you can do with that energy, right? Not necessarily saying that you need to sleep. No. What I'm saying is find your forms of intimacy that can help you elevate and grow with your sexual energy, okay? Because I sense that you have a lot of creativity, a lot of flow, and there are things that you need to nurture and bring up to the surface. But you need to tap in fully into that divine feminine energy to allow that sexuality to flow through your projects. Okay? That's a message from your highest self. Okay. and see what your guides and your ancestors have for you. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors that are here for Lindsay. What is the message? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying that you need to let go of the need to be right. Okay? There are going to be some battles that you need to pick and choose. Okay? You don't need to get into a full-fledged argument because somebody doesn't see where you are right. Right? So perspective is everything. Right? So keep your peace. Right? Keep your peace. Don't allow yourself to get overly agitated because other people can't see your vision. Right? There's nothing wrong with your vision. It's just that some people are very closed-minded. So just be mindful of that, okay? Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Make sure that you're keeping yourself grounded, girl. Because I feel like people come in and disturb your peace very often. People come in and disturb your peace. Hey, Danny, baby, my mom. People come in and disturb your peace often. So I'm hearing there's a need for you to really keep firm, stand 10 toes down, all right, on whatever boundaries you set. If people don't see your vision, it's cool. Let them be. It's cool. Let them be, girl. Don't even don't get yourself all worked up, all right? Because I feel like you're a perfectionist as well. You give me very perfectionist vibes. So the more that you try to perfect something, the more you tend to see more of the flaws. It's like you make more time to see flaws. So don't even get yourself all worked up. Use that energy that you have to build and create and keep it moving. Don't waste your energy. Work stuff for sure. Yeah, don't let it get you flustered, girl. Keep the peace in your ground. Okay? Last but not least, we have be open to healing information. Hello, bendición, mama. I hope you're doing well. Being open to healing medicine. Okay, so I'm definitely picking up heavy maternal on your mother's side. Okay, this could be it's definitely giving me an elder. So this could be grandmother, great grandmother, but I'm definitely getting elder. And I feel like, especially in your dynamic, your family dynamic, your family is very much connected to God, right? You may have somebody in your family, even you, right, that tap in with herbs, right? Herbal teas, herbal baths, um, like it's definitely giving me like a generational, like somebody passed the baton down. So it's spirituality is not anything new to you. Um, be open to whatever healing information you get. It could be some sort of download or something from your ancestors, or it could be something just like out of nowhere, you know, or somebody gets sick, and it's like you know how to whip up exactly what concoction to help heal. Okay, that is your ancestors literally bringing that to you. Okay, sometimes you just have an inner knowing. It's your ancestors literally giving you that information. So trust it, right? Trust your gut because I feel like sometimes you second guess yourself. And Spirit is saying that you need to be open and receptive because you're not crazy. You're not crazy. I'm hearing that loud and clear. You are not crazy. I'm definitely also getting that your lineage is very proud. Okay, whatever it is that you're doing spiritually, and not just spiritually, but whatever it is that you're doing, like as far as like your goals within your family, I'm getting like a very proud energy. So again, don't sell yourself short, right? Give yourself credit for where you've gone on your journey because a lot of your ancestors didn't make it to the point. And your ancestors kind of want to be like, hey, you did that. Recognize that. Okay, recognize it. Let's tap into your shadow self. For Lindsay, spirit, for Lindsay, her shadow self work, things that need to come up to the surface. I'm still here writing mad notes in a book of shadows, girl. Listen, are you ready? It says, give your inner critic a vacation day. I just said that. I literally just said that. So confirmation. All right, be kind to yourself, girl. Be kind to yourself. Like, don't be so rough. Don't be so rough. You laughing. The spirit is like, girl, what is you doing? All right, we have a key here. All right, so there are opportunities here. There are opportunities here, but I feel like you, okay, I want you to listen real close to what I'm about to say. What I'm picking up is you get faced with lots of opportunities. Okay. You get faced with lots of opportunities. But I don't know if it's your fear, right? Because I'm getting like fear mongering. Like your fear literally gets in the way of you accomplishing or you completing the opportunity. So I'm getting heavy missed opportunity. I'm getting heavy missed opportunities. I feel like you've missed out on lots of opportunities, and I feel like you like shoot yourself in the foot, like because I see you like kicking rocks, like shucks, like I almost had that. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like you know what I'm saying? It's like you're stuck in that energy. Like, damn, I almost had it. Like, I don't know what happened. You happened. You got in your own way. All right. So, um, stop dimming down your potential. Okay. And I don't even want to say potential because potential's for the birds, right? You know your worth, you know your caliber. Stop selling yourself short. Good morning. Stop selling yourself short, okay? Dagger. We got dagger. It says action, bravery, and determination. Listen, I know for a fact you have been through the ringer when it comes to certain people. Okay, I know that you have been backstabbed, you have been betrayed, you have been put in situations that you didn't even ask to be in, right? But Spirit is saying that it's time for you to pull that dagger out. All right, it's time for you to pull that motherfucker out and let that wound heal. Okay, because I feel like that wound has literally been like I don't know. I just keep seeing salt being thrown on top of a wound. And what happens when salt gets thrown on the wound? That shit stings, right? That shit been stinging, and I feel like you've been holding on to the sting for quite some time. So it's time to take the dagger out and propel forward. All right, the lantern. All right, don't lose sight. Don't lose hope. Okay, be the light. Be the light in a world full of darkness, okay? You have lots of insight. You're a very smart individual. Very, very smart. Listen to your guidance, okay? Your highest self literally is guiding you. Be open and receptive. Allow the energy to flow as it needs to, all right? Don't lose sight, all right? I'm getting that heavy because I feel like you really get into your head. You get into your head heavy, and I think that's where again you miss out on opportunities. You get in your own way. It's not anybody else. You get in your own way. You know it. Tell me I'm lying now. Shut the fuck up. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying, and I'll shut the fuck up. Simple as that. I ain't talked to you a day in my life. I ain't talked to you a day in my life, but I feel like I'm reading your filth. I feel like I'm reading your filth, girl. Let's tap in on this connection. Oh, I'm a clusty verb. Lindsay, let's tap in on this energy with Ryan. Ryan Pisces. What is holding my girl back? What is holding my girl back? Lindsay and Ryan. Girl, good morning. Bendición. Lindsay. Oh, let me tell you about yourself when it comes to love, girl. Listen, girl. Can you come? Do you come off needy? Tell me the truth. Do you come off needy? Like, let's say when you're in a relationship, are you all about your person? I was led here for a reason. I just know it. I know that's right. Receive your blessing, girl. I did my prayer before starting, so but y'all gotta help me with the taps. The taps is looking real poor for me being on an hour and 20 minutes. Girl, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Can you come off? Do you come off as needy, Lindsay, when you're in a connection in a relationship? Do you feel like you tend to fold in this person's energy? Do you tend to want to just be around? Uh, not really needy, super independent, but now doubting. Doubting what exactly? Doubting what exactly? Um, too much work. Oh yeah, fold to others' needs. Yeah. So what Spirit is saying in regards to relationships and any connection, right? This isn't just based off of the connection with Ryan. This is just in general, right? In relationships, Spirit wants you to balance that out, right? Because I feel like you tend to want to be, Captain Save a Ho, right? You tend to present yourself because, like you said, you're somebody who is very much independent, right? But you being independent doesn't mean that you need to go above and beyond and help everybody fix their problems and their issues, right? I understand that you want to be a problem solver, but who gave you that role to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you sign up yourself for that role? Nobody told you to take that role. All right. So work on that because I feel like that's something that you tend to overgive and your cup ends up getting depleted because nobody appreciates those efforts. And not saying that you expect people to, but deep down inside you wish people would really consider the things that because you seem like a really sweet girl. Just, keep that in check, okay? I also see that when it comes to relationships, you have this like theory, like it's too much, like it's too much work. It takes too much work for a relationship to really be stabilized and neutral. And I think that you've been telling yourself that for a really long time now. And I think that it's just you kind of using it as an excuse for you not to be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you want it. Yeah, you want relationships, but at the same time, it's like your mind literally is like going against you. Like it's like your heart wants something, but your mind is telling you something different. It's giving me misaligned, okay? You can be very indecisive too. Or you if it's not you being indecisive, this could be the people that you attract that are indecisive, that just don't know how to make a decision because of fear, right? I'm getting fear, heavy fear here. Um, I don't know if you're afraid to love because you're afraid to commit a mistake, right? Yes, it's from being emotionally controlled for a long time. Listen, I'm sorry that you went through that, but how long are you going to hold on to that for? You know what I'm saying? Healing is healing isn't linear for everyone. Healing happens, on your time. Yeah, and that's the dagger I gotta pull exactly. So allow that wound to heal, right? Allow that wound to heal because you're missing out on so many opportunities because of that, right? Not everybody is that person. And I don't know how long ago that was, right? Because I'm getting that there's definitely some time between that. But you evolve over time. So should your trauma. Your trauma should evolve, right? Your triggers. If you continue getting triggered, it's a reminder. Your nervous system is reminding you, hey, I'm still here. We need to fix this. Okay, your healing is your responsibility, not anybody else's. All right. I'm also getting expectations. Okay. I'm also getting expectations. All right. When you expect too much, no one measures up. Ditch your list. Want what's real. Okay. Want what's real. Um, okay. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Teresa. Bendición, Mama. Um, so again, not saying that you expect people to show up the way that you do, but maybe you need to look at it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop expecting yourself from other people because it's never going to happen. You're going to keep setting yourself up for failure that way. Show me the connection between Ryan and Lindsay. Show me the connection between Ryan and Lindsay. I feel like you are kind of in this energy of like kind of waiting things out, right? You're kind of waiting things out. And I feel like eventually you are going to come into a love that is going to be worth the wait. Um, make sure that you are not, make sure you're always checking for red flags, right? But I'm hearing like, you tend to, because you're so independent, you tend to attract codependent partners, all right? Where they're like codependent on something, either addictions or something like some sort of codependency. All right, so make sure that you stay clear of that. I do see somebody returning from your past though. Whether you want it or not, I do see somebody from your past coming back. Spirit, show me finances. Finances. If you want to drop your question in the chat, go ahead and do so. Okay? Miracle, is that you? Do we have Dubai in the building? I think we have Dubai in the building. I'm pretty sure we have Dubai in the building. What's up, Mama Bendición? I'm telling you, we international, baby. Listen, girl, you are very much independent, okay? It says it right here, independence. You are somebody that is highly independent. Do you have any cats? Do you have any animals? Let me know in the chat if you have any cats or any animals. Spirit is saying it's time for you to really get out of your comfort zone. All right. Especially when it comes to your career, your money, your goals. Get out of your comfort zone. All right. There are going to be some connections that will be made, especially in 2026. All right. These connections are going to bridge the gap for you between people. Okay. Like people that are going to be lucrative in your career path. And I feel like these people that you're going to connect with are going to not only align you in the right path, but you're going to learn a lot. All right. So make sure that you're building on these connections, okay? Because I really do see you being set up for success. Okay. Yes, cat Vinny. Pay attention to your cat, okay? Pay attention to your cat because I feel like your cat absorbs a lot of energy. I feel like within the next couple of days, I'm hearing you're gonna sense some sort of shift within your cat, but it's nothing like it's not anything off. You're just gonna sense something different, and I feel like it's because your cat is definitely picking up on your energy, right? Your cat absorbs a lot from you. So just make sure that you're paying attention when you really give that care and nurture because I feel like your cat's gonna need it like these next couple of days. I don't know, I'm not saying that your cat goes through the depression spells, but something about your cat needing extra attention within the next couple of days, okay? I see that you're gonna be traveling for work. Okay, there's some sort of travel when it comes to work. Um, and Spirit is saying that in order to reach these avenues in your work path, Spirit wants you to like climb, climb that mountain and climb steadily. Okay, don't lose track, right? 'Cause I feel like sometimes you can get distracted, and Spirit is like, no, like please do not distract yourself. We need you focused. We need you here. All right. If you want to go ahead and drop your question, I went a little over on your reading, but it's okay. I feel like you kind of needed that. Definitely some clarity and truth coming in for you. Um, so I'm hoping that you're receiving your messages. But if you want to go ahead, drop your question, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out after this. Because I want to cleanse myself. I feel lots of energy. Yeah, drop your question, my dear. You still here? Are you here? Are you being filtered? I don't see you, Lindsay. Lindsay, can you send the message on TikTok or something so I can tap in? The comments are being filtered. Hello. Okay. Well, Ryan and I get more time than Z and I did. When you say more time, what do you mean? When you say more time, what do you mean, Mama? You're driving? I know, I'm on TikTok right now. I'm streaming on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Lindsay, can you clarify your question, please? Well, Ryan and I get more time, and Zarian and I do. But what I mean with time, like, what do you mean by time? Like, dating wise? Or what do you mean by that? That's what I'm saying. I've been trying so long, many times. Are you wanting to know if you and Ryan are gonna have more time together to like evolve than you and Z did? Is that what you're asking? Okay. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. When it comes to Lindsay and Ryan, will they have more time together in this connection than past previous relationships? Will they have more time together as opposed to a past relationship? How long have you been talking to Ryan? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, Ryan is giving me heavy player energy. I don't feel like Ryan is going to really take this relationship or this connection further than what it is. I don't know if you've been intimate with this person, but I feel like this person is very much. I've already done collective. You can run it back. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. So you can run back the general collective. But now I'm doing paid readings as it says down here below on the ticker. Here it says paid readings in session. But you can run it back if you would like for the collective energy, okay? But back to Ryan, I'm definitely getting, yeah, I'm definitely getting he's very much somebody that just wants fun. If you're looking to settle down, this person's not it. I feel like this person has addictions, could be sexual addictions, where they sleep around. So be careful with this person because it gives very in an very hot and cold energy. This person knows how to use their words and they come off very charming. Like they tell you what you want to hear, but they're not about what they're saying. So I would not advise taking it any further. Now, if you want to continue talking to this person, do so, but know that it's just going to be for one thing and one thing only. And if that's what you're vibing with, no judgment here, do what you want. But you gotta be careful, okay? Wrap it up. Wrap it up, okay? Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I went super in on your reading. Um, Crazy because your timestamp started at 55 and we're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. So definitely went way over, but I'm glad that you received your messages. If you want to donate more, you're more than welcome to. But what you sent was completely fine. Thank you. We're thinking the same thing. But I'm glad that I was able to give you the clarity. And, if there's anything that I could do for you, if you would like to book private, do one-on-one sessions. I do offer those as well. Make sure to follow me on my platforms on Instagram. All right, I do a lot of um, posts on Instagram and also on YouTube if you want to run it back because I know this was a really long reading. So if you want to run it back and run your notes, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, it's unforgettable underscore EMZ. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, Lindsay. You are such a beautiful soul. I pray love and light over you. I release your energy. I call back on my power. I say to the ancestors, thank you so much for aligning me with Lindsay at this time. We release her energy with love and light. May you restore her heart and align her with who she needs in her path. We give all things Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you to the ancestors for aligning us. Thank you, my love. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm about to go take a nap. I'm super tired, but I'm so glad that I was able to show up because I really didn't want to come live tonight. I was really, really tired, but there was a reason why I had to come on. I'm a firm believer in that. So thank you so much. Love, light, prosperity to each and every one of you. And I will see you guys on the next stream, okay? Have a wonderful